Was typing in Rolling Stones in Spotify so I could pull up their music. I accidentally went a little bit too far and typed in Rolling Stoners, which I wouldn't doubt if that's actually a band, but completely different probably. I bet you that's a band. I can almost guarantee you. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope that you're having a lovely one out there. Thank you for clicking on the video today. We're going to listen to the song Gimme Shelter by the Rolling Stones, of course, off of their 1969 album, Let It Bleed. This would be their 8th studio album. So, to be honest, I haven't listened to the Rolling Stones in a long time. I remembered them, and I haven't really listened to like a lot from them at all. So I figured let's go ahead and listen to this song. I know it's one of their more well-known ones, and there's always a chance that I do know it, but at least off the top of my head, I don't. Even though the song title is familiar. Now that we got that out of the way, some of you that had suggested this track, at least a few of you, David Heiser, Kevin D, Ska the First, I think Sidecar Dog, you might have recommended this one as well, Jeremy B, Russ Keith, Steve MD, Anthony Blakely, Paul Hansberry, John Whalen, maybe? I think I got most of you. Julian Amsden as well, and Just in Time. And Sidecar Dog, yeah, I saw you. Okay, so like I said, a lot of you recommend this track. It looks familiar, but I can't say that the actual music will, at least at least initially, I can't think of what it would sound like. So we're about to find out. Gimme Shelter. Here we go. Has this thick intensity to it. That guitar sound. You know what I really love about doing this channel is, especially here, like many of you have been here long enough, we hit some very niche music. Like we do some very niche music at many times. And then there's songs like this where I know of the Rolling Stones, so we've listened to some here. I know of the title of the song, Gimme Shelter. None of that sounded familiar to me at all. So it wasn't even like, some of the more popular tracks that I know at least the chorus or like, whatever it's known for. None of this even sounded familiar to me at all. What I really like, though, is obviously the song is called Gimme Shelter. And the whole thing has this sense of impending doom. It has this sense of, this is what I imagine, of being out in a western plain, and out in the distance, there's this huge thunderhead of a thunderstorm just looming in the distance. And as it gets closer, slowly the sunny day begins to turn a little bit darker. The wind, that cool pre-storm wind begins to pick up. The wheat field begins to blow, and it's time to get inside. Like, that's what I kind of imagine this song kind of being the backing track to, because the song has this bluesy western feel to it, but yeah, very much rock and roll, and there's a heaviness that's kind of looming in the distance and slowly but surely coming through. And I love the singing. Obviously Mick Jagger lead, but you're also going to have Mary Clayton on the backing vocals, but who also has her own time to shine. And I love the way that especially she shouts with urgency and shouts with like, get inside. That's what I guess I'm kind of imagining Twister listening to this. And like, I don't want to say that Jagger is overshadowed. He sounds great as well. But I'm not saying that he doesn't sound a little overshadowed by Mary, who just is really wonderful to listen to in here. I love the Guiro starting right there. I love the guitar sound from Richards. It has almost this sound of like a harmonica, especially that one part where it does it twice, but where it first starts up with that. I can't do the noise, and I wouldn't intend to try, but I guess I just did. But like it has that kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It just sounds like a harmonica-esque kind of guitar tone, and then he uses that to kind of rip into it, and then from there it turns into a more, what you would expect from a guitar sound to sound like at this time. Which, like I said, is really wonderful. I love also the drumming, especially at the end of each of the beat. The ga ba ga ba ga da da boom da 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 boom da boom da ba ga ba ga ba. Like that to me is that that rumbling of thunder in the distance that's drawing ever and ever so closer and nearer. I think that that's fantastic. That's a really wonderful track. Hold on. I'm actually... Listen, sometimes I need you guys to see and to experience kind of what I'm... This is kind of what I'm thinking. Like right there. This... Oh, that's a wonderful painting. This is like what I'm kind of imagining. Like... You see what I mean? Like, you know that this is coming, but first you get the warning, and then little by little, it's sneaking over. I think that this is actually a perfect representation of what I was thinking. All right, let's look up the lyrics, huh? Oh, a storm is threatening my very life today. If I don't get some shelter, yeah, I'm gonna fade away. War, children, it's just a shot away. War, children, it's just a shot away. So obviously, standing on the precipice of disaster, which can be applied to many, many things. This song came out, when did it come out again? 69, did I say, or 68? 69. Okay, so 69. So precipice of war. I guess there's some Cold War stuff happening still at the same time. My history is a little off, to be honest, but... let's go back to the lyrics here. So you can have that. The war, of course, is just a shot away. Sometimes it only takes one shot to start something. Oh, see, the fire is sweeping. Our very streets today burns like a red coal carpet. Mad bull, lost your way. So, see the fire sweeping. Of course, the fire is spreading throughout our very streets. So this is something localized to what he's speaking of. And I love the line he says, burns like a red coal carpet. A red carpet is usually something, in a positive light to welcome the stars, to welcome some sort of, popular or famous actor, actress, person, right? It usually has a positive connotation. Here, it burns like a cold red carpet. So instead of a positive connotation, it's negative, and there's some, once again, impending doom, some looming disaster that is walking that catwalk down to our very streets, as it says. It repeats the lyrics here, of course. Then it changes here when Mary starts singing, rape, murder, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. So now, of course, the escalation from war to now rape and murder. So things are, of course, escalating. A flood, and like I said, I'm just going to reiterate once again, Mary, the way that she sings, like, what a wonderful way of like I said, bringing in that sense of urgency, bringing in, I guess, yes, that rock and roll element to it, but really, it feels like something bigger. It feels like something more. A flood is threatening my very life today. Give me shelter or I'm going to fade away. Did he say flood before? No, before he said storm. Now he says flood. I think of a flood as the aftermath of a storm or during a storm. So now it's not just in the sky. It's not just on its way. Now the storm has already happened. War, murder, and such has already occurred. And now the flood is beginning. So now it's once again escalated. Then it changes here in the end. I tell you, love, sister, it's just a kiss away. So now we change into, once again, like from this whole song lyrically being about impending doom and disasters and negativity, it changes all of a sudden in the very end. It's only a kiss away to begin love. Now, is this the healing after everything here? Is this another love and peace kind of declaration? Perhaps. Let's look at the lyrics. Or let's look at the Wikipedia article for this one. It says, of course, it features prominently as guest vocals by Mary Clayton. I want to know about the writing and the lyrics and such. Richards began working on the song's signature opening riff in London while Jagger was away filming Performance with Richards' Girlfriend. Richards revealed that the tension of the song was inspired by his jealousy at seeing the relationship between Pallenberg and Jagger and his suspicions of an affair between them. That's actually really interesting. Like I said, this song does have that tension, that impending doom, that something's looming and getting closer and getting closer. Perhaps, it's written right there, but I think it's really interesting how this real life tension and paranoia to an extent like translated into the music, and it captures it really, really nice. It says, Jagger said in a 1995 interview, while it's a very rough, very violent era, the Vietnam War, violence on the screens, pillage and burning, and Vietnam was not war as we knew it. The thing about Vietnam was that it wasn't like World War II and it wasn't like Korea. It was a real nasty war and people didn't like it. People objected and people didn't want to fight it. That's the kind of end of the world song, really. It's apocalypse. The whole record's like that. It actually, that's obviously, I guess, I couldn't have said it better. Why could I say it better when Jagger said it quite well? right there. Says the recording features guest vocals by Mary Clayton, recorded at a last-minute late-night recording session in LA during the mixing phase, arranged by her friend and record producer. After the first verse is sung by Jagger, Clayton enters as they share the next 3 verses. A harmonica... Okay, so it was a harmonica solo. I'm so dumb. A harmonica-esque guitar solo. All right. Then with great energy, Clayton repeatedly sings Rape Murder's Just a Shot Away, almost screaming. She and Jagger then repeat the line. When speaking of her inclusion in the recording, Jagger stated that the Rolling Stones producer Jimmy Miller thought of having a female singer on the track and told fellow producer Nietzsche to contact one. Summoned from bed around midnight. She was 4 months pregnant, too. Made her recording with just a few takes and then returned home to bed. Now that is dedication. You get a call at midnight saying, "Hey, we want to, if you don't mind, like really quick. I know you're sleeping, you're pregnant, you're busy. Would you mind just stopping in the studio really quick, just throwing a few lines?" She was probably really mad and wanting to get back to sleep and to rest, and that's why she even sings with such intensity there. Says about 2 minutes and 59 seconds of the song, Clayton's voice cracks under the strain, once during the second refrain on the word shot, then on the word murder as well. And Jagger even exclaims "woo" in response to her delivery. Wow. That is absolutely wonderful. That is absolutely brilliant. Really, really enjoyed that. Hope that you guys did as well. Should we continue on with this album? I don't know. You let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me and support the channel and what I do on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for coming here, and coming back if it's not your first time. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.